Right, let's try that again. That's the first time in quite a while that I had my stomach disagree with something I ate. Where were we? I was talking about how far we've got in the game, and I think for anyone that I want to upload this to YouTube, so the first 10 minutes won't be included that we already recorded, because I'll just dump it straight from Twitch. So this character I started playing in 2017, completed most of the main story, had a massive break, and then at the end of last year, sort of like November time, I decided I wanted to actually play the game more than just like looking at stuff and the rest, and just so I'd done the main quest. I'd barely done anything. I hadn't done any crafting. I did some gathering, but I didn't understand like how you could expand the bank, expand your backpack. I didn't even know that talking to the stable master over here could get you an additional 60 item slot storage on your mount. I got a mount as part of the it was Clockwork City, and then after that I got another mount, which is the current one I have, which is quite pleasant. A nice white one. I actually forget how I got this, whether I got it as part of I think it was one of the expansion bundles maybe. Anyhow, so if we quickly have a look at our achievements, you can see that I've done all of the main quests for the three are they factions? I forget the name of them.
Hear ye, hear ye.
But those are the three like main
been
sections.
The murderer has been caught, and the assassin has been dispatched by the champion of the king.
I wish those guys would still take in touch. Right. So this is the Daggerfall Covenant area, and then you've got the Ebonheart Pact down here, and the third zone is like around the outside of Vardenfell, which is here. That's the Morrowind expansion. This is the Blackwood expansion, the Elsewhere expansion. I think that's also another part of it, so I don't have that, just the northern one. Western Skyrim, that's the Skyrim section. This thing is like I guess it's like the high-end, harder zone, but that's the PvE area that includes like an awful lot of group events as part of Craglorn. I haven't done much in this area. But you can definitely see that, excluding some of the like dungeons, and I think I've done level 2 for Spindle Clutch. I've done, there's no way of pointing at the screen. Basically the delves, the world bosses, a decent chunk up in this zone. And I'm quite happy with that. And I thought, well, I wanted to get a decent chunk of the world played through before I completed the game, because I'd actually got to where is it? Main quest. I haven't done chapter 6, but I have done chapter 5.5. So what we're going to do now is complete the game, and of course I have no idea where we are as part of the actual. I'm going to go to the Harwich. I completely forget what the story is. I mean, it's been 5 years, so we're going to go in blind to do the last mission. On earth is that noise? Someone shutting a door. Family. So the last few weeks, what have I been up to? Doing some public dungeons, mostly doing my daily crafting writs, because I'm trying to get 100 master writs completed. And I'm actually, this is another thing I should show. I've been working on my one-handed shield, dual wield, and bow stats because I literally never use them. So that's that. I've been doing some antiquity stuff, getting that up. I only recently got my companion, but where is it? So you can see I'm at level 50 for all of these. So we've done a decent amount of crafting, and ignoring the fact I barely have any styles learned.
Your deeds have been nothing short of legendary. With the plain nailed at an end, Tamriel may yet endure. Now the time has come to confront Molag Bal and reclaim your soul. You must lead the 5 companions into this final battle. We are all of us prepared to sacrifice our lives to see this through to the end. Our plan is to use the Amulet of Kings to invest you with the power to do battle with the Daedric Prince. No doubt the God of Schemes has rallied his most powerful servants to his side, but his arrogance has already proven to be his undoing. He may not even consider you a threat. We shall endeavor to prove him utterly, catastrophically wrong.
Okay. So I remember this cave. I can't remember some of these. Abner we were just with in Northern Elsewhere. This is the thing. Apart from remembering Michael Gambon being part of it, I literally cannot remember any of the characters. I mean, I know that since we just bumped into him, John Cleese, Cadwell is a decent part of some of the early games.
I'll never get used to this place. I'll never get used to this place. Come here, Vestige. I'd like a word before we skip off merrily to our doom. The time is at hand. Stop second-guessing yourself. Stop questioning your resolve. Just stand up and do it. You're ready.
They do know I've played this game a lot, right?
This is it. The beginning of the blasted end. There's no point in pretending this isn't happening, or saying we're not ready. This challenge... There is always a choice. But you don't get to choose what is true. You only get to choose what you will do about it. Do you need a reminder about what lies ahead?
It's like they wrote it for me, because I have no idea. Tell me again, thank you.
We are approaching the fortress of Molag Bal, perhaps the most dangerous place in all of Oblivion. Together we 5 are mighty, even I will admit that. But I cannot invoke the ritual until we are in the presence of the Dark Prince himself.
Okay.
In exchange for this investiture of power, one of your companions will need to be sacrificed. It will be for you to decide which when the time comes.
Hopefully one of these people, rather than the actual companion I've got with me.
That's why we need to get close. And then what? I've no idea what will happen to you. Apotheosis? Disintegration? Too many unknowns and not enough information. But if you defeat Molag Bal and survive, your soul and the soul of every other surviving vestige should be restored.
Now, vestige typically is what they refer to the player character as. I think I'm going to go for killing the old man, because, you know, he's an old man. To the Harbour Ridge. Aren't we here? Or is that just that cave? Combat in this game is pretty mediocre, but I mean,
no matter how this ends,
it's hack and slash. It has support spells and other stuff. I mean, it really isn't geared around melee fighting. Oh, implacable, huh? Can I kill you? Thank you. So the problem now is, after having defeated that dragon in the previous stream half an hour ago, it had 8 million hit points. Instantly add. Well, you know, I know it's a group event. This just seems a little mediocre in comparison. What they could have done is bumped up player damage as well as the companions here and given it a ridiculous health pool to make you go, oh gosh, I don't know how I'm going to do this. But maybe, obviously, we're going to get a better boss coming up. Heart's reflex, so yeah, most of playing the game over the past 8 months, it's really been, that's when I got serious about it, is just doing zone quests, exploring, picking up shards, and just like trying to get a good feel of how big the game is. It is pretty damn massive. It's a nice Doom-like face. I haven't. There are some chapters I haven't even started, like Blackwood. I only looked at this last week, and that was only after I discovered that that's the starting zone now for new players, and I got that from starting the other two. But that's how you get the companions, and I had no idea about that. Like, having played the game and then having a big gap, there's no like refresher information that gets filled in. So because I'd got my account in a state where I'd played a decent chunk of the game and then left it, stuff like getting a storage coffer as part of leveling up just didn't happen to me, so I didn't get one of the free storage crates, which means obviously you've got to invest either real money or get lots of crafting writ vouchers to purchase the storage. So I think that's one thing the game really suffers for. It doesn't have a good way of... it doesn't have to remind people of what's happening. I don't think they probably expect you to have a good idea. It's more that if you've missed out on a year or two of content, then you don't actually know all the changes. And if they rely on you just going to the website, it's not particularly brilliant. And this is the problem I have with like player housing, knowing about some set station stuff. As far as I'm aware, if you get a master writ that you cannot complete, let's have a look at this. I know I'm just distracting us from everything. If we go to crafting. Right, so this is, see it says quality epic, that's easy. Trait charged, I can do that. Set, dauntless combatant. Okay, well that requires you to go to a specific station to craft that thing. Now that is in Cyrodiil, which is the PvP zone. And you can't use... Shall I wait for this? Nah. I will.
My ears are filled with the screams of 1,000 nails being drawn, and the pain is endless. My pen is bleeding, and an abject lesson to others who would thwart him. My plan was flawless. My machinations were executed to perfection. I would have been a god if not for you. My only consolation is that you will know this pain soon enough. Arrogant, presumptuous, egotistical twaddle. This bit of costume jewelry is nothing compared to the Master's power. I expect I'll be seeing you soon. My only joy for the rest of eternity will be hearing your tortured screams. Transpired. I killed you, you simpleton. I saw your life gutter and fade like a candle flame in a tempest. My undead servants drank your blood, and I reanimated your corpse. What told me with such hilarity?
So where was I going with that?
backstabbing hypocrite with delusions of godhood. The fool got precisely what he deserved.
Yes, so you have, whenever you go to craft something, a bog standard like forge, woodworking thing is just, you can craft stuff in these styles you have unlocked there. But a set station gives you a certain perk to it. In other words, it tags that armor with that set. And on top of that, you then have styles. So if you get a writ like that, this thing can only be completed in Cyrodiil at that set station, the Dauntless Combatant. But because it's in Cyrodiil, if you haven't unlocked like the castle or the area that's around it as part of your faction, you just can't use the set station. So I went into Cyrodiil, I ran all the way across the map, took over the small village to get access to the set station, built a thing, travelled back home, upgraded it to the top quality, completed the writ, and I was like, yay! And that's one master writ out of 100 that I need to get done to get a little label that says that I'm able to do.
That worm didn't deserve your mercy.
I don't remember how evil they are. So,
regret this.
oh, I'm getting this way. At least if it makes the final fight more interesting, I'm going to be quite happy. Nice little statue. The worst thing about this game is jump is X, interact with people is X, loot box is X. So quite often I'll walk up to a thing, not focus on it completely, hit X, and it'll talk to the person behind me. And then when I'm done with that, I'm trying to interact with another chest.
Mologbar is here. I can feel his presence. Sense
It's just
his
a harvester.
foul breath.
It's an enjoyable game. I really just wish they had usability polish, I would say. Like, to know that master writ could be completed by me, or at least, you know, give you not hints, but maybe put like information on that screen to highlight ones that you can do this, you can do this. You know, you've got stuff in your bank that would allow you to do this. You know, but if I hadn't ever set foot at that set station, it should probably say that I probably can't do this.
What do you suppose this place was?
A temple of some kind. The Dark Anchors may have pulled
Now
it
that
from
looks like the gold white tower from the
Daedra to mock the divines.
from the center of Cyrodiil.
What does it matter? We can't wait any longer. We must perform the ritual. Vestige, it is time for you to make your decision.
Okay. I still say we're gonna kill Varen, right? Because I remember these two. We want to keep Lyris.
Yes, this will be close enough, I think. Are you prepared?
Yep.
No one is more surprised than I am. They are willing to sacrifice
How can I
themselves to
choose?
save
It's
the
Varen.
world, yet they will
It's
never
an old person.
hear a
It's quite
single
fine.
word of thanks. A funny thing for a selfish man to say, isn't it? I'd better be careful not to learn anything from this.
I assume these
I've
people
no
have...
idea. Speak to them. Let their own words convince you. But once the choice is made, there is no turning back. The harvest of a fresh soul will no doubt
They
bring
talk too
Molag
much.
Bal's attention upon us. We've already been over this. You need an infusion of divine power to even consider challenging a Daedric prince. The Amulet of Kings is a relic of Akatosh, the dragon god of time. His powers embody the qualities of perseverance and invincibility, while promoting the virtues of duty, service, and obedience. Make of that what you will.
I was saying, I imagine these stand around in the harbour ridge because I've not seen them on the map at all in the rest of the game. So I imagine
Remember
that's on
Vestige.
purpose.
We fight for our people. We fight for Tamriel. Evil might be kept at bay for a time, but it can never be completely eradicated. What is important
Sure,
is
Albus.
that we resist it, that we fight on and keep very little. The scrolls can see many things, even possible futures. But they are not infallible, and they will not make this choice for you. There is no such thing as a safe choice. There are only other choices.
Bye.
Position yourself over there, Vestige.
Hope we find something interesting today.
I
What would
mean,
you like to talk about?
I like balance
We've
here.
already been through more together than most people I've known. Feels like I've known you forever. Hope we find some.
Still cordial.
We'll never forget you, sire. Or your sacrifice.
Bye, old man.
Great Akatosh, dragon god of time, forgive me for my hubris. Grant your divine power to the Vestige, and restore your protection to Tamriel, that my sacrifice might not be in vain.
History may not remember your sacrifice, but those present here will never forget it. Divines of Tamriel, with this vessel of your power, the Amulet of Kings, I call upon your strength. Let this noble sacrifice be a testament to our desire to set things right.
Kind of looks painful. I wonder if he regrets volunteering.
Champion stands ready. Accept this offering and imbue this vestige with your glory. Let the will of Molag be denied. Vestige, now is the time. You must ascend the path and face the Daedric Prince. You must face the God of Schemes alone. I will get the others to safety. Go!
I was just wondering, because that amulet I haven't been able to get rid of or destroy, and I was wondering if that was related to this quest, which I assume it is. Not bad.
Your continued meddling has reached an end, hero of Tamriel.
Okay, why didn't I get that power earlier on? Because that's quite good. This must be why I keep dying in PvP, because everyone else has got this. And I just have zero power.
What is this foolishness? Has your tiny mortal mind snapped? Do you really think you can defeat me?
Yeah.
The dark machinations of oblivion are far more complex than anything your mortal senses can comprehend.
You notice we don't get XP for getting these. Just a bit disappointing. Is that it? Just knocking down walls.
Your anguish will be legendary, even in oblivion.
Where does this door go to if that hole isn't there? Like, this, whatever this is, isn't designed particularly well. There's me shooting mirror. So silly. This armor's terrible.
Still you fight on? Do you care nothing for your own existence?
But I'm invincible, aren't I? Like, I've taken no damage so far. Another magic wall. See, you can go into someone's house, look in their urns, their jewelry boxes, their desks, and they all have lockpicks. It's like, come on. If you're gonna dot jewelry boxes around, just put like a really crappy ring in there or something, just so that it's thematically correct. I know they're worried about constantly giving people.
I am God of Oblivion. You are less than nothing.
Yeah, well, I can fly, mate. Hello. Press 2, but I mean, apparently I have power. Okay, this dude's done.
Your pathetic Adric trinket can't defeat me. I am Molag Bal.
So this is better. 6.2. Oh wow. Well, she's dead rather soon. Well, it does a decent amount of damage.
What is this?
This is good.
You think your Tory can slay a god?
I mean, they've only done a quarter of damage, so.
Your mind is naked to me. I can taste your fear.
I guess I wasn't within range
You are
to do
fertile
next
ground
time.
for the seeds of eternal torment.
Okay, so my bash stun didn't work then.
Tamriel is right. And I have all of eternity. Death comes for you. All children of the Mandas of that
Should I kill them? I guess it'll stop damage from the stun. Apparently I can't stun them now. If they are indeed a man.
I am the face of pain. The souls of the damned are my weapons. You will know eons of suffering.
Aha! Finally we got an encroachment. Trying to break free of the. Am I? Is it playing a thing? I can't interact at the moment. Yes, it is. What on earth is that?
Come forward, Vestige. You are safe for now. Something precious to you has been riven from Stonefire's being. I have brought it here for you to reclaim.
Can I? Okay. I'm a little confused. But okay. Reclaim. You know, I completely forgot that our soul was
I
taken.
congratulate you, little insect. Your sting is formidable. You have bested me and released 1,000 times 1,000 souls back into the Mandas.
So 1 million then.
For the moment your world is spared, My grand scheme has only begun to unfold. Excellence. Your power shall prove useful in the coming conflicts. You've made a great and terrible enemy this day. Your world would have been better off if the plane meld had succeeded, had you bowed before me and accepted eternal servitude. I would have protected you. There are worse masters than I. Far worse.
You are but a phantom here in my domain, Stonefire. The mortal prophecies of the scrolls have been fulfilled. Leave this place and return to your pit.
You have a powerful ally. Did you know that she would bring you here? What future role has she to play in this grand cosmic farce, I wonder? Yeah, your meddling has already cost me too much. A cursed creature of light and flame. This farce no longer amuses me.
I mean, it's hardly Destiny storytelling, but you know, it's reasonable.
Your soul is restored. I can see its light within you. And you have saved your world from a great calamity. But know this, mortal. The forces of Oblivion are legion, and the God of Schemes is but a single player in a complex battle for supremacy. You have wounded him gravely. It will be some time before his power is restored. As your enemy fell, the one you call Abner Tharn took Chim El Adabal and fled. He returns to the land from whence he came, the place you call Cyrodiil. The amulet's power has been expended for a generation or more. The Imperial will not be able to use it, nor will he profit from it, though he will spend many frustrated years in the attempt. The tear in the veil between Oblivion and Nirn has been repaired. Your world is safe for now. Gone forever. But their memory remains. I can see the light burning brightly behind your eyes. Your friend is a part of you now, just as the strength of the Divines burns like a flame within your renewed soul. Your story has only begun. Molag Bal still has plans for you. In many ways, these events played out to his advantage. And you have attracted the attention of the other Daedric princes as well. The war between mortal kingdoms is still ravaging your world, but your true enemies are not mortal. If you are to be prepared for the coming conflicts, you must fully comprehend what is at stake. You must live among those you make war upon. Indeed. When you return to Tamriel, go to the place you call the Harborage. My gift awaits you there.
See, there's a rogue space.
It will allow you to travel to other
travel.
lands and hide your true nature from those who would see you as a foe.
So this is the change in the plot that happened when they merged basically the whole world together. So you no longer were basically stuck between the three factional zones.
I have no more desire to keep you here than you had to remain in Cold Harbor.
I don't know.
I shall return you to your little den in the wild. Your surviving companions await you there. Are you prepared to leave?
So Quest never made it that much of a big deal about... I mean, obviously they did, because some cities were sieged by the other forces, but it never felt like such a massive war. But then, I guess looking at how Ukraine is now, for 85% of that country, it mustn't feel like a war, apart from knowing that you're currently being invaded.
What happened? How did we get here? I remember being overwhelmed, but then I...
Right, sorry about that. I called in a bit of help to pull you out of there. I do hope I didn't overstep my bounds.
Snow Lily,
I know, Sai. It's over. It's all over.
Well then, happy endings
I
all
didn't know you
round.
were interested in that
Smashing.
genre.
Who's got the
I'll have to remember
brandy?
that.
Wait. Where is Thorn? Did he survive?
He vanished. Ran off, I think. And he took the amulet you chaps found with it.
Of course, I was just talking to him earlier today in Northern Elsewhere, so they do like bringing characters back.
Surprised to see me. So am I, so am I. I do get around, don't I? I haven't the foggiest idea how I do that, quite honestly.
And in the same way, we just spoke to his floating head in Northern Elsewhere, but with a voice that sounds like it's more than a decade older than this recording. So.
You're not going to get all weepy with me, are you?
Nope.
I mean, I've got that stoic reputation to maintain. What now? For you, it seems there's more to do. For us, we've seen too much, my friend.
They're going off with the elves.
Too much. I think it's time for us to go. Sai and I talked about it a few days ago. What would happen if
Abbey
we
of
both
Blades,
survived.
okay.
I'd like to go back to the Abbey of Blades with him and help them rebuild. Maybe someday. It's not as though I'm dropping off the face of Tamriel. And if not, well, I'm sure there's a seat for you in Sovngarde. If you get there first, save me a cold mug of mead.
So, this is where our roads diverge. For a time, there was much to rebuild there.
Can we get to that
I
abbey?
owe it to CUSA to bring her the news
I don't
of our
recall.
victory, personally. Snow Lily and I, well, maybe we shall finally have some time to ourselves. To what end? No, let him return to his imperial city. He played his role, and that is enough. Grudges are like poison to the spirit. But perhaps, once the Abbey of Blades has been rebuilt, I have never been content to remain in one place for too long. It is not my nature. Eventually, I am overcome by the need to endanger myself. Between comfort and adventure,
That's a cute line. Then perhaps we'll meet on the road someday.
I would like that. It has been a singular honor, Vestige. Although I suppose that name is no longer appropriate, is it?
Don't toddle off just yet. Might I have a word?
I assume they vanished now because it means they don't have to deal with having to delete one of them out of the room. So they just delete all three. Don't want to call it lazy, but it's pretty lazy.
I take it you ran into Lady Meridia. Lovely woman, charming. We get on famously. While you lot were having yourselves an epic row, I gave her a shout, asked if she'd be willing to help us out if things went badly. The trick of it was the timing. With every blow to that Daedric windbag, you freed hundreds of souls. She was able to catch yours before it wandered off. Jolly good trick, that.
Why would it want to? I don't even.
This is delightful. Worlds saved, heroes gone their separate ways, and this knight has a new mistress to serve. Bravo. Couldn't be happening. Smash.
I like that one skill point. Like, we've been doing like dungeons and we get a skill point. We've been doing like story quests and getting a skill point. We've finished the major campaign and we get a skill point.
You know, that Varan fellow was always a good chap, even if he did muck things up at the start. And he did put... He's still with you, you know. A part of you, really. And perhaps he can continue to serve the land and the people that he gave his life to save through you. That's all well and done then. There's just one bit of business left.
Of course, yeah, I have not had Soul Magic level 6 for this entire time, and that is
Things have gone so well. To be completely honest,
8
I
months.
didn't think we had a ghost of a chance. But then, if we went up against overwhelming odds, we wouldn't be heroes, would we? Still itching for more adventure? Smashing. Have you ever wondered what would have happened if you'd woken up somewhere else? Washed up on a different beat? Touch Meridia's light and see the world through the eyes of your former enemies. But, fair warning, you will no longer be seen as a great champion. Even...
So I'm not going to do that in this stream, but as far as I'm aware, with the way the questing system works, I've already done it. So as we showed up here, like, are they still not going to regard me as the same, or what? Actually, why don't we do it? What's the worst that can happen? bit.
I'm positively chuffed things have gone so well. To be completely honest, I didn't think we had a ghost of a chance. But then, if we went up against overwhelming odds, we wouldn't be heroes, would we?
Not entirely certain why he says that in reply to return to Cadwell at the Harbourage. Hello.
I'm positively
Is what? Hello.
I'm positively chuffed.
Well, I'm not at all surprised that this game is buggy. Let's leave the Harbourage and re-enter. Actually, what we should do, is it different on our character? No, it's still Daggerfall. Now, as far as I'm aware, it should allow us to venture elsewhere. Basically, we're restarting the main, the sort of zone campaign for a different zone. But since all those quests are done, it should just let us claim them as complete. I think that's what I read many months ago. Right. In we go. Activate, complete the almanac. Okay. And then return. Oh, did it not give us that? Or did I not even see? It's already in the library. Get rid of that. So right. I should have been sent to Vukel Guard as part of that interaction with the gem, as far as I can tell.
You've done it again, haven't you? You're a hero twice over. Brilliant. So it has, so it has. Are you feeling enlightened? Lighter?
I'm a bit confused.
Why you would want to keep mucking around in town? Thank me. You're the one. Well, you've experienced.
Don't tell me that I do this and then Cadwell's going to be a butt again.
Dear me, thrice the champion, is it? Bravo! Not the whole world, it's rather larger than it looks, but you seem quite a...
Okay, so... Is that it? Honestly, I thought there'd be more to do to get. We have a new hat. Cadwell's got. Okay. Summit, okay. Let's delete that. Doesn't matter. Should be right at the bottom. I really wish there was a mark as red. Do that. Because look, to get rid of that little exclamation, you have to. Anyway, let's be done with that. What did getting that to 6 do? Burning from inside. That's a lot of magic damage. You gain immunity to all the sacred. That's pretty decent. Problem is, it doesn't feel like anything has legitimately changed with our account having done that, unless it's given us a different. Okay. I like how it's like, you've done this, you've done that. I really wish they had an in-game list of quests that are completed, because I know I've done a massive amount of them, and yet, let's have a, where is it? Right, so I've done over 1,000 quests, and I know that we're well over a couple of hundred into that, 1,300 or so, because I've been doing quests and quests since I got this in May. And that was that before? Yeah, that was before I finished the Ebonheart one. And that's before I've been doing, like the Somerset chapter I've been doing. Sorry, not been doing, completed. So we've done everything for Orsinium. We've done all of the relic quests. Thieves Guild I've just started really on the book selling quests. Same for Dark Brotherhood. Those really haven't progressed much. It's mostly been like just killing people and stealing stuff. We've obviously completed the precursor and done quite a lot of stuff. Obviously the adventurer's done, but City Defender is part of whatever. But it's just one of these things. You can see how much I haven't done, but also how much I have done. Quests. So now that that's all done, like, why is it still there? Like, just get rid of it. We've also, if we have a look, done a decent amount of the scribal stuff. I still don't have the hardest difficulty, so some of these haven't been done. These, like this one and this one, is a meta one, so you actually have to collect all of these fragments, but you can only pick them up after you've discovered them. So you have to get a lead, and then there's a chance that these items appear while you're digging for the other ones, like these purple ones. You might get one of the fragments. This one I cannot do because it's too difficult for my actual ability to find at the moment. But you can see that, I've gone through some of that. But there's a lot of game here. And like the fishing, I've barely done any fishing. Do I need to do fishing? Not really. Would I like to, so that I could get a platinum? Yes, but there is so much fishing that needs to be done on top of everything else. It's just like, well, do I need to? No, I'm okay. I'm just enjoying the game. As you can see, that whatever Cadworld's Silver and Cadworld's Gold was to like new players or people fairly early in the game, I guess it might have been good, but what is this quest? That's just something in Cyrodiil, okay. You can see that every so often I pop in and pick up all these quests that I just never finish because Can I have a look at the map from here? Right, so this is Tamriel. If we zoom out more, you've got Clockwork City. Don't know what that is. Fargrave. Don't think I've been. Eritrea, that's part of the Somerset chapter. Cold Harbour is obviously where we just went to defeat Molag Bal. And the Deadlands. Don't know. No, okay, you can't see the Cyrodiil map from here. I don't want to load into it now, so screw that. But I was going to give a good example of just how big that zone is, and how it really requires your faction to be doing well. And Daggerfall Covenant always has the least population in that mode. It's pretty depressing. Anyway, that's me finishing up the main quest in the Elder Scrolls Online after 8 months of doing everything I can to just progress my stats, and 5 years on from actually starting the base game. I enjoy it. Everything's a grind, but I wouldn't be here and I wouldn't have got this far if I didn't enjoy that sort of grind. So thanks for watching, and I think I might stream some Dota later, so come back. Alright, cheerio.